All right, here we go for lesson 2.4. 2.4 is about something called the constant of proportionality. The constant of proportionality is when two proportional quantities, x and y, are related by a constant multiple, k. That makes absolutely no sense to most of you right now, but hopefully we will clear it up as we go along. So the equation for a proportional relationship is y equals kx. So k being the constant of proportionality, y being, we could say it, the miles or the hours, or the miles per hour is that y and the x. So if anything is added to this equation, like a plus 5, then it is not proportional. So if you see anything that has anything more than y and x and one other number, then it's not proportional. Any more than one other number, it's not proportional. The number in front of the x is the constant of proportionality, which is aka, the unit rate. So your constant of proportionality is your unit rate. So if we look at these two equations down here, we have y equals 0.5x minus 2 and y equals 1000x. So which of these is a proportional relationship? Well, it's the y equals 1000x. It's this one right here. Yes, it is proportional. And why? Because it's just has y, x, and one other number. Okay, what is the, that's supposed to be an arrow. What is the constant of proportionality then, or the unit rate? Well, that is 1000. In the other equation, it has something beyond y, x, and one other number. It has that minus 2 there. So no, it is not a proportional relationship, but it does still have a unit rate and a constant of proportionality, and that is the 0.5. So hopefully when looking at equations, we can tell the difference there, whether they are proportional or not. If we go look at the example problem below, it says if you need 3 hot dogs for every 5 people, so 3 hot dogs per 5 people who come to a baseball game, how many hot dogs would you need if you sold out the stadium with 1,200 seats? Okay, in order to find this, we need to write the equation. We need to write the proportionate equation. Okay, and that is our y equals something x equation. So, like I said, the something x, the k, is our constant of proportionality. It's also our unit rate. So how many hot dogs do we need per people? So we know that it's 3 per 5. That's our constant of proportionality. So in order to find out how many hot dogs we would need for 1,200 seats, we would just put that in for x. Now, why do we put it in for x? Well, this says y. So the number of hot dogs, remember the unit rate is, I'm going to switch colors here, not green, purple. The 3 is our y, and the 5 is our x. If we were finding unit rate, we would do y divided by x, and that's 3 divided by 5. So if y up here is our hot dogs, then y here is our number of hot dogs. Y is going to be equal to the number of hot dogs that we need. So y equals 3/5 times the number of people who are going to be there. So x, right, x on the top, x was 5, that's the number of people, so x is still talking about people. So the number of people we have in this one is 1,200. Okay, so the number of hot dogs we need is equal to 3/5 times the number of people who are going to be there, in 3/5 times 1,200. Again, we can use calculators, but we can also do multiply by hand. It's up to you. So 3/5 is 0.6 times 1,200. So we have 3/5 times 1,200, or we have 0.6 times 1,200. Same thing. They are both going to equal 720 hot dogs. Okay, so The takeaways from here is, how do you know if an equation is proportionate or not? Well, it only has y, x, and one other number. Okay, how do we use that to help us solve problems? Well, we use our unit rate. So you have to be able to find your unit rate from that we found in the other lessons, and put that in an equation to help us find equivalent fractions from or equivalent ratios.